Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Guiding Cooperative, bringing value home. Government has devised a high-end 6-month security plan involving the entire joint services to keep terrorism at bay and crack down on crime. The joint services says lots of boots will be on the ground. A disgruntled PPPEC threatens litigation over perceived illegalities regarding the specialty hospital MOU. Government says no big deal. Key players at GNNL sacked by the board. And Giftland Mall lights up its big tree to herald Christmas 2015. Hgp Nightly News begins now. Good evening, I'm Handel Duncan with the Wednesday, December 2 edition of the Hgp Nightly News. Here's what's happening. Well, in a move to address the crime situation here and the possibility of terror attacks, the government plans to conduct a high-end security operation titled Operation Dragnet. Kingsley Bryan reports.
It's a proactive measure to counter the threat of terrorism, and it will be so strong that crime will be caught up in the dragnet. Recently, the administration stressed that it has no tolerance for terror-related activities after the attacks in Paris. Calls have recently heightened for countries to implement stringent security measures to ensure that terrorism is not allowed free flow in the region. The government has streamlined Operation Dragnet to prepare for such eventualities.
Is a joint services operation in which the joint services, in coordination with other law enforcement and government agencies, will conduct intensified security operations throughout Guyana with effect from the 1st of December 2015, and that will run until about June of 2016.
That was Minister of State Joseph Harman addressing media operatives at the post-cabinet media briefing on Wednesday. The operation will be strengthened by the integration of all statutory security units into a mammoth security force to create an enhanced national security environment. Minister Harman detailed some aspects of the operation.
On the borders, there will be an enhanced presence by our armed forces. At the ports of entry, there will be intensified scrutiny by the immigration services. In the country itself, that is in the towns and in the villages, there's going to be an increased presence of police ranks.
The Minister of State said it is also in keeping with the government's recognition that enhanced security is needed, taking into context not only the crime situation, but the tendency of a surge in these activities during the holiday season.
The other, of course, is the crime situation, which we have basically looked at very carefully and decided that we needed to put some additional measures in place to ensure that people feel safe as they go about their business, people feel safe in their homes, and people feel safe in their schools and in whatever the communities.
Minister Harman said no one should consider themselves exempt from these threats.
With the fact that terrorism has no borders, no defined borders. Terrorism can occur anywhere. And if we feel that you are immune from it, I believe things that happened after the attack in Paris, you had incidents in Mali, you had incidents in Russia. In fact, right here in the region, I think there was some talk about terrorist influences in Trinidad and Tobago and so on. So,
the Minister of State said the administration is committed to ensuring that all Guyanese experience that good, safe life. And for this reason, they have taken this proactive approach.
It will be remiss of a government if it does not put into place arrangements which will secure its citizenry. And so we are not waiting for something to happen. We are putting in place arrangements which will make our citizens safe, and that it will not come as a surprise if something were to happen and we were not in a position to do something about it.
Minister Harman also cited as a reason for the enhanced border patrol the upcoming elections in Venezuela, which shares a disputed border with Guyana. For Hgp Nightly News, Kingsley Bryan.
The Joint Services has issued a statement on Operation Dragnet. It says the Guyana Defense Force, the Guyana Police Force, the Guyana Prison Service, and the Guyana Fire Service will be conducting Operation Dragnet between December 1, 2015 and June 1, 2016 throughout Guyana, with the aim of enhancing national security. The statement further noted that during this period, there will be increased movement of Joint Services personnel and the conduct of intensified security operations, both by individual services and jointly, which may result in some inconvenience to members of the public. The Joint Services is advising citizens not to be alarmed and calls for their support during Operation Dragnet. The opposition is unhappy over being kept out of the loop on the appointment of over 30 persons in the U.S. and Canada who are being tasked with promoting Guyana's image among the diaspora. More in this story. People's Progressive Party Civic Executive Member Anil Nandalal told a news conference at the party's Robb Street headquarters that some 30 persons have been appointed as advisors to the president on diaspora matters, primarily in North America. He also called on the government to start providing some answers on the appointments.
We want to know who these people are, how they were selected, what their qualifications are, what are their sectoral responsibilities, what are their portfolios, what are their remuneration packages. Offices are going to be rented for them, expenditures are going to be paid, like bill and phone bills are going to be paid, utility expenses are going to be paid. We need to know these things.
Nandal said so far there has been no announcement from the Ministry of the Presidency on the appointments. He added that the party received the information through the grapevine.
Odd persons appointed to advise the president on various matters. And you, members of the media, I'm sure, are unaware of these appointments. And of course, public expenditure is involved, unless of course we will be met with the explanation that all these people are volunteering their premises and they are volunteering their services. We can rule out that possibility because we have had answers like that before. When we asked how much money was expended for the inauguration event, we were told 200 million. Then a small figure is presented to us in the Parliament by the Minister of Culture, and then we hear that the rest is donation.
On Wednesday, after the questions were raised by Nandlal, inquiries were made at the Ministry of the Presidency, and Minister of State Joseph Harman admitted that some appointments were made. But contrary to what Nandlal reported, the minister said that the appointments were honorary and that the personnel are charged with promoting Guyana's image in the diaspora.
These are all honorary work that these people are going to be done. So there's no pay, there's no anything else. That it's actually a recognition that these are persons within the diaspora who can help to promote Guyana and who can help in promoting business for Guyana. So that is in fact what has happened.
Minister Harman was pressed to give names but would only say this much.
I don't remember all of the names, but there are persons who've actually distinguished themselves in the diaspora, in particular in the United States of America and in Canada.
And will government be paying like office rental, office services, staff and so on?
No, I said to you, no, this is an honorific title. These are people who have their own businesses that have agreed to assist in promoting Guyana abroad. So, and you would have seen some of these things in the newspapers. They were posing with the certificates and so on, and the names are there.
Stay with us, more news still ahead.
to life itself, our most precious gift is sight. That is why at Optique Vision Care, we're offering a free frame to every senior citizen. Come and experience a comprehensive eye exam and visual field assessment for glaucoma. Visit us on the East Bank of Demerara on Grove Public Road. Our doors are open Monday through Saturdays, or visit our location at Helena No. 1 Mahika every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Call us on 266-0126 or 600-6167. Promotion ends soon.
You've heard the name before. Now hear it better. S&S Supermarket, located at 16 Public Road, Lusignan at Richardstown on the east coast of Demerara. They provide wholesale and retail services and stay right there for everything else. Your groceries, confectionaries, beverages, over-the-counter drugs, cosmetics, and much more. It's easy to access and easy to shop. You'll love the unbeatable prices at S&S Supermarket, 16 Public Road, Lusignan, Richardstown on the East Coast. Call them at telephone 220-1675 or the Mahika location at 228-5401.
Did you know that children who read do better in school? Did you know that people who read get better jobs? Did you know that people who read are never bored and have lots of fun? Did you know that people who read are better informed? Start reading today. Find all the books you need at Austin's Book Services, 190 Church Street. Austin's Book Services, expanding the frontiers of education.
GCOM is now conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce a register of voters for local government elections. Persons who will be 18 years and over by February 29, 2016 and are Guyanese citizens or are citizens from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more are eligible to vote at the upcoming local government elections providing they live in the local authority area. Objections to the presence of the name of anyone who does not meet the eligibility requirements for inclusion on the PLV can be made only by accredited scrutineers or by an elector who is listed in the same constituency list as the person he or she is objecting to. Visit the Claims and Objections Office that is responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Sunday, December 13, 2015. Offices open Mondays to Fridays from 15 hours 30 to 19 hours, Saturdays, Sundays and holidays from 10 to 14 hours. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit the GCOM website.
Introducing for the first time in Guyana, rock-solid hollow blocks, Everlast pavers, and Duralast vent blocks in a variety of designs and colors and available in any quantity. KSM Investments Inc. is now revolutionizing the concrete product sector through its large, modern, state-of-the-art, fully automated plant located at Good Hope Public Road, East Coast, Demerara. Using cutting-edge technology, we manufacture rock-solid hollow blocks, Everlast pavers, and Duralast vent blocks. Our plant is the first of its kind in Guyana and the Caribbean. KSM hollow blocks and pavers are designed to last a lifetime and will never crack or break. That's our guarantee. Build the strongest house with our blocks and beautify your yard with our pavers. Save money. Buy the best. Call us today for more details on 220-7329, 691-1723, or visit us at Plot MP, Good Hope Public Road, East Coast, Demerara. We are a local company with world-class products.
Kevin's Reflections presents 12 Days of Christmas. Purchase a gift card any day from the 16th to the 31st of December and select any 4 services for just $6,500. Plus, enter your name in a draw to win a gas stove, refrigerator, flat screen TV, and more. Also, inquire about our buffet cake and wine bar, special weave day, free breakfast all day, and much more. Call or check us on Facebook. That number is 227-7450. Kevin's Reflections. Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you can win one Fire 7-inch tablet every day. That's right. Win one tablet every day, plus 2 grand prizes of clothing, shoes, and accessories for 1 full year. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend in our men's or women's department, plus 50% off in our children's department. So shop now to win one tablet every day and 2 grand prizes of clothing, shoes, and accessories for a full year. John Lewis Styles. Simply different. The Family Pharmacy of One Laban Intention Housing Scheme, East Coast Demerara, carries a wide range of over-the-counter medication, prescription medication, injectables, medical devices, a variety of eye drops, baby care products, cosmetics, and healthy foods. At the Family Pharmacy, a qualified pharmacist is at your service each and every day. Health products are available in wholesale and retail quantities. Come in to the Family Pharmacy, where the best prices are guaranteed all year round.
Broaden your horizons when thinking about investing long-term. Buying shares in one of the companies traded on the Ghana Stock Exchange allows you to participate in the success of that company. Unlike interest from banks, dividends from shares are tax-free, and profit from any increase in share price does not incur capital gains tax. You can buy shares through a stockbroker. Visit www.gasci.com for details. Shares are freely transferable and can be sold for cash when needed. Invest through the stock exchange. One market, greater returns.
Welcome back. The Ghana government could be taken to court by the opposition if it continues on the present path regarding the construction of the specialty hospital. The opposition is demanding from the government transparency and accountability on the project, following the signing of a memorandum of understanding with Feathers Lloyd, the Indian firm that reportedly submitted the second lowest bid after Surindra Engineering, the company whose contract was terminated by the PPPC government. The opposition People's Progressive Party Civic on Wednesday declared its non-objection to Feathers Lloyd constructing the specialty hospital. The party believes that Feathers Lloyd could be the best to construct the hospital, but what the PPPC has issues with is the process by which the company was apparently selected to construct the hospital.
It must be transparent, it must be accountable, and it must conform to the Procurement Act.
PPPC sector spokesperson for Constitution and Legal Matters, Anil Nandlal. If the government insists in proceeding with the project in the manner they have signaled, according to Nandlal, the party will take the government to task.
We reserve the right to challenge the process legally and to bring an abrupt halt to it. The rule of law must prevail.
For Nandlal, there are sufficient grounds on which the award of the contract with Feathers Lloyd can be challenged.
The Procurement Act governs public procurement in Guyana. It relates to every contract over and above a particular sum, of which this contract obviously qualifies. This is several $1 million. And once the procuring unit is an agent or a unit or a department or a ministry of the government of Guyana, then the procurement must fall under the four corners or the ambit of the Procurement Act.
The handpicking of Feathers Lloyd by the government, according to Nandlal, falls outside of the Act and therefore it is unlawful. He referred to statements made by the leader of the opposition, Bar Jagdeo, last week, where calls were made for the release of the evaluation report.
I know it is a fact that they were disqualified. They were disqualified because they submitted two prices for the same project. That is the ground upon which they were disqualified. So I am not in doubt. But even let us assume that they came in second. That procurement process came to an end. There is no principle, there is no provision in the Act that allows you to go to the second bidder. None at all. You have to begin a procurement process all over again.
Former Speaker of the National Assembly and stalwart of the People's Progressive Party Civic Ralph Ramkaran on his blog, The Conversation Tree, had stated that the government gets an advantage by working with Feathers Lloyd because the bid by that firm, the lowest at the time, is 3 years old and prices have risen since then. A new bidding process is therefore to Guyana's disadvantage, he stated.
Then you have Mr. Ramkaran coming out and saying, no, this is perfectly all right. This is fine. And in fact, accusing the PPP of notorious deeds, etc. Mr. Ramkaran may want to consider when you live in glass houses, you shouldn't throw stones, because he has some very serious matters that he has to address in the courts of Guyana.
However, Nandlal emphasized the point that democracy is a burdensome thing, adding that transparency in government is a heavy weight to carry, but the law dictates that it must be done. The parties maintaining that the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding last week between the government and the company cannot signal the commencement of work. It feels too that Feathers Lloyd should be concerned about its reputation also. The government is defending its decision to have Feathers Lloyd proceed with the completion of that contentious specialty hospital. Minister Harman says there is no secret agenda and no action taken so far that hinges on any form of illegality. Kingsley Bryan reports.
Finance Minister Winston Jordan, in defending the position taken by government to sign that Memorandum of Understanding with Feathers Lloyd, cited Chapter 42.5 of the Procurement Act. This basically provides for another bid to be chosen after the selected one fails to deliver. The process used by the government raised eyebrows in several quarters, given the apparent lack of transparency in the way the arrangement was executed. Minister Harman echoes the views of the Finance Minister by saying that the decision was not shrouded in a cloaked agenda, but was provided for in the original contract.
There is a provision for if one of the contractors, for some reason or the other, either through fraud, and all these words are listed there in the contract, or any other matter of that nature, that the party, that is in this case the government, can move to either the next person or any other company.
That is the present bone of contention, since Feathers Lloyd had been disqualified from the tendering process, given their submission of two separate bills of costs. Minister Harman explains his understanding of the reason behind the disqualification.
What I understood Feathers Lloyd to have done was to offer a sum and then a discount, which made the price different. I think what the tender board might have said was that the discount was not lawful. But in the contract itself, the agreement signed between the parties, that is what is anticipated.
Guyana's laws prohibit a disqualified bidder from being recalled for any stipulated contract. The new arrangement with Feathers Lloyd, a disqualified company, therefore indicates a breach to the established laws. Minister Harman said he will not comment on the legal implications of this. He promised to make the contract public, since this will provide for a better understanding of this new arrangement.
We'll make that agreement public, and this has always been our concern about the specialty hospital. That too many things were done in the dark, that you were just getting the end result of things, you were not getting the whole process. So I would ask that we'll make that public so that you can be better positioned to argue that.
The Finance Ministry maintains there was no illegality in the process and that Feathers Lloyd would receive an award of contract should they meet the stipulated conditions of the Memorandum of Understanding. Further, it is stated that the decision to use the Memorandum of Understanding protects the procurement process and seeks to ensure the proper use of public funds, in this case, a loan. Feathers Lloyd from the inception protested against their disqualification after Surrender Engineering was chosen by the previous administration. For Hgp Nightly News, Kingsley Bryan.
The Board of Directors of the Guyana National Newspapers Limited have decided to sack General Manager Michael Gordon and Editor Mark Ramutar. The directors said the move is meant to strengthen GNNL's administrative leadership and editorial department as the newspaper seeks to rebrand and reposition itself. Unconfirmed reports indicate that the fired editor's spouse has been appointed acting general manager for a period of 3 months, while veteran journalist Godfrey Ray is to serve as acting editor. In preparation for the ban on Styrofoam, a public awareness exercise got underway on Wednesday. Kingsley Bryan reports.
As of January 1, 2016, the use of Styrofoam products will no longer be allowed, given the negative, harmful effects it has on the environment. The exhibition is a collaborative effort between the Government of Guyana and the Environmental Protection Agency, and is timely, given the apparent lack of information on this proposed change, including its challenges. The Styrofoam issue is not a new one, and for years has been the cause of numerous complaints, especially as the administration is bent on cleaning Guyana. Speaking at the event was Dr. Inderjit Ramdas, Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, who addressed the ills of using Styrofoam products.
One situation that may have been noted to negatively impact the environment, not only in Guyana but internationally, is the use of expanded polystyrene, also known as Styrofoam. Styrofoam poses a significant threat to the human health and contributes to the solid waste problem.
Dr. Ramdas went on to say that styrofoam is not biodegradable, and this contributes largely to our municipal waste. He also commented on the properties of this material that results in it being a major cause of flooding. Present also was the head of the Trade and Investment Sector of the Private Sector Commission, Mr. Ramesh Duku, who welcomed the initiative.
The PSC hopes that the success of this exhibition will bring some form of ease and confidence in the next phase for those importers and other small businesses that have depended heavily on styrofoam importation and its use and distribution.
Duku said the private sector are friends of the environment and urged that businesses employ tactics to preserve it.
The use of styrofoam has no doubt for the use of alternatives.
The exhibition's main focus is to present to the Guyanese consumers and producers the alternatives that can be used for the styrofoam products. A few businesses were on hand to share their positive experiences and were also allowed to provide feedback and pose stringent questions on the implementation of this ban. Several schools were also represented at the exhibition as part of the drive to effectively educate the masses. This is all in keeping with President Granger's commitment to a cleaner, greener Guyana. Reporting from the Square of the Revolution, Kingsley Bryan for Hgp Nightly News.
You're watching the Hgp Nightly News. Well, stay with us. More news is still ahead.
Enter the Tony's Auto Spares Deals on Wheels Reloaded promotion and you can be the lucky winner of a Mazda RX-8, drawing December 18th, 2015. Every $5,000 spent gets you a coupon. Fill it up, drop it in the box, and you can be a winner. Consolation prizes include hampers, netbooks, selfie sticks, mag rims, and Amazon Kindles. Visit our branches at 72 Light Street, Albertown, telephone 227-8574, or our East Coast branch, telephone 220-3286. Tony's Auto Spares, making it affordable for you.
If you're thinking about buying furniture or home appliances, listen to this. At Nalsha, on your left heading east before Monrepo Market, get chair sets from $65,000, TV stand from $39,000, China cabinet from $79,000, double beds $27,000. And there's more. Remember to collect your gift with every purchase. Plus, you can transform your old chair to a new one. Don't wait. Contact Sean on 611-6677 at Nalsha.
You go, honey. I'll stay home.
You not going to the game again?
Well, Mom, you asked us to investigate your husband. Turns out, he is cheating on you. Look what we caught here on surveillance. But with his Comfort Sleep mattress.
At Comfort Sleep, our mattresses are made to international standards in quality. That is why Comfort Sleep was awarded the International Star for Quality Mattresses in Geneva, Switzerland, September 2015. So make sure you get a Comfort Sleep mattress. Look for the label and don't be fooled by the rest.
We can have your tattoo removed today with a few simple steps using the safe and doctor-recommended laser treatment. Available now at the skincare clinic located upstairs at the Subs and Salads building on Sheriff Street. Our trained specialists can handle hair removal, vascular therapy, rejuvenation therapy, wrinkles removal, pigmentation therapy, and more. Feel and look good in your skin.
Get the widest range of party supplies such as birthday candles, tableware and helium balloons, Wilton cake supplies, toys and brands like Leapfrog, Fisher-Price, VTech, and Disney. For the gamers, get all the latest games and consoles such as PS2, PS3, PS4, PS Vita, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Wii U, Nintendo 2DS, and 3DS. Satisfy your guilty pleasures with candy and brands such as Godiva, Ghirardelli, Hershey's, Jolly Ranchers, and lots more. Get all these and more at Game Express, your source for the latest. 25 North Road, Laceytown, Georgetown. Telephone 227-8902.
Breastfeeding is best. That's why infants need it to grow strong and healthy. Introducing the new Lilac Infant Milk Formula with ARA and DHA as found in breast milk for development of healthy brain and eyes, development of a healthy digestive system, and a strong and healthy immune system. Lilac Infant Milk Formula with ARA and DHA is part of Lilac Stage Formulas and is the best choice of milk to help develop your infant's intellectual, motor, emotional, and communication skills. Distributed by International Pharmaceutical Agency and available at leading stores, shops, and supermarkets nationwide.
What's this, you ask? Oh, it's just spreadsheet smashing, hedge trimming, dog walking, weekend away, show boating, gravity defying, tree chopping, glucose, technology, energy fueling, barbecuing, glucose refueling, engine revving, crowd surfing, home commuting, crocodile wrestling, explosion ignoring, awesome kind of energy. Whatever you do it with energy.
So try me in the morning when the sun comes rising up. Try me in the afternoon, bet you just can't get enough. Try me in the evening, satisfaction guaranteed. Baby, I got what you need, you gotta try me. Try
John Lewis Styles, simply different.
So try me, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Why are they so happy? It's because they use Perfect adult diapers. Super absorbent Perfect adult diapers are made of high-class breathable material that allows excellent airflow to promote dry, healthy skin, while a moisture-proof inner layer prevents leakage. Perfect adult diapers are available in different sizes and are distributed by International Pharmaceutical Agency. Telephone 225-0745 or 225-0746. Available in leading stores, shops, and supermarkets nationwide.
Decorating your home can sometimes be a tremendous task. That is why Monishwars Limited has made it easier. They've got in stock bed sheets, bath towels, kitchen curtains, tablecloth, table runners, doilies, curtains, table mats, wallpapers, beaded blinds, curtain rods, and mats. Monishwars Limited, making everything in your home just perfect. 19 to 20 Water and Commerce Street, Georgetown, next to the Mahaika Car Park. Telephone 225-5420. Quality products at affordable prices.
This is me reporting from my very own laundry room at my address, which I will not be disclosing here. And yes, I've gone berserk! But it doesn't matter because I have found one very golden breeze, golden TICKET ticket, and it's mine! See press or Facebook for details. But first, let me take a selfie.
Over 500 prizes to be won. Just buy any Breeze pad or 1950 grams or 900 grams in Lemon, Multi-Active, or with Comfort. And look inside your pack to win.
Welcome back. While world leaders are in Paris, France, discussing ways to tackle the issue of climate change, several groups from across the Caribbean are here in Ghana doing the same thing. They believe that the Caribbean is more at risk to be affected by climate change. Royden James reports.
The increase in extreme weather patterns such as heat waves, storms, droughts, floods, and hurricanes provide alarming evidence of climate change. These events have raised a global conversation among world leaders who all want to bring this phenomenon under control. On the local shores, several Caribbean groups are in Guyana on a project called One Health, One Caribbean, One Love Project. It aims to sensitize persons about climate change and its effects, Speaking exclusively to Nightly News, Dr. Chris Ora from the University of the West Indies said that it is important that Caribbean leaders in particular speak out about climate change since the Caribbean is more at risk to be affected.
Of course, when you're island states, and of course the increase in hurricanes, the increase in weather events. So these are all major things that climate change is going to make worse. And of course, extremely important for island states of the Caribbean. So we are the ones in the Caribbean that are going to be affected the most by climate change and affected first. So we're the ones that have to be shouting the loudest.
The objective of the 2015 conference and the local workshops is to achieve, for the first time in over 20 years of UN negotiations, a binding and universal agreement on climate from all the nations of the world.
It's undoubtedly one of the most important issues that we face in the world at the moment. And sadly for the Caribbean region, we are most vulnerable to climate change, being small island states, and we hear about some of the main things that are going to happen to in the future with the increased rise in temperatures, acidification of the waters, the rise in sea level.
Another area the groups are focusing on is health and the impact climate change would have on health. Dr. Alexandra Vocati from the Pan American Health Organization explains.
The theme of this workshop is environment in health, so we're looking at environmental determinants of health. A lot of them so far have been related to climate change. With climate change, we expect more injuries because of the more hurricanes, more big storms, you know, where structures collapse and people are injured. With the sea level rise, people living in coastal areas will probably be forced to relocate. And this also can create civil unrest when you displace people from their homes, things like that. That has health consequences.
Professionals in the fields such as environmental science, veterinary medicine, public health, human medicine, and agricultural science will be working together to design and implement solutions. It will be a collaborative approach to address the region's most pressing issue, climate change. Royden James, Hgp Nightly News.
Well, the Giftland Mall hosted their first Christmas tree light-up at Lilliandale on the east coast of Demerara. Jessica Daw was there and filed this report.
Merry Christmas, one and all! That was the final countdown to the lighting up of the Giftland Mall's Christmas tree at Lilliandale Tuesday evening. The hustle and bustle to gather items for the holiday has begun, and many businesses across the town have adhered to the trend of lighting up the Christmas tree and giving to the needy. Giftland Mall welcomed the month of December on the east coast of Demerara with their first Christmas tree light-up. Guest speaker for the evening was Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu. He told the crowd that, with the recent oil findings, Christmas in Guyana will soon be better.
We may have lights in this community fueled by BPAT's plant. But imagine how better it would be in Guyana when we are able to tap our own oil resources and we become an oil producer. Every community would have a Christmas tree. Every community would be lit up with cheap and inexpensive fuel.
President of the Giftland Mall, Mr. Roy Bepat, said the event certainly won't be the last for the company.
What will become an annual fixture on your calendar.
While the crowd anticipated the countdown to the main feature, the Christmas tree light-up, the stage was turned into a platform for the display of local talent.
Since a baby slipped a sable on the train for me, I've been an awful good girl. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
For Hgp Nightly News, I'm Jessica Daw.
Please stay with us, your sportscast is ahead.
Hi
Hypomalt, the premium imported malt beverage from Germany, is made from the finest raw materials. One Hypomalt covers 15% of your daily intake of vitamin B. Vitamin B complex contributes to normal psychological and neurological functions. Hypomalt is 100% fat-free and the smoothest malter you've ever tried. Hypomalt is available throughout Guyana. And for those who want to buy in wholesale quantities, call Anil on 624-4106, Vishal on 624-4143, Ricardo on 624-4136, and Thakur on 624-4108. Hypomalt.
Now, Digicel brings you 4 ways to benefit at the same time with the best value offers. Talk for 3 minutes to a Digicel number and get the next 15 minutes free. Get $500 free credit on your first top-up monthly. Get 30 megabytes of free data on your first 2 top-ups of $500 or more monthly. Send 3 texts and get the next 25 texts free. Get better value on Guyana's bigger network. Digicel.
Keep the change with LG Inverter Technology air conditioners. They cool faster and use less energy. LG's inverter technology, active energy control, optimizes functionality based on room capacity, traffic, and time of day. LG Inverter Technology ACs are sold, serviced, and installed by Car Care Enterprise and available from 9,000 to 36,000 BTU. Call us on 226-6998. Car Care Enterprise, 43 Hatfield Street, Georgetown.
Unwind, relax, and be pampered at the Unisex Beauty Zone. Some of the best stylists in the business. Haircuts, dyeing, and styling. A superb manicure job for the perfect hands. And for the ladies, a choice of fashionable acrylic nails, facials, and massages. Pedicures using the best foot therapy available. Hair treatment and wash. Visit us today at 12 and 13 Sobrianville, Georgetown, upstairs at Subs and Salads Building.
Naturally better orchard.
Time for fun, bring out the sun. Nutritious, so delicious. Way less sugar, no artificial sweetness. Orchard, a natural choice. Orchard, with real fruit juice. Orchard, a celebration in each pack.
Orchard 250 ml juice drinks now deliciously improved. Free of artificial sweeteners. More natural goodness with between 33 to 55% less added sugar. Orchard, a perfectly natural choice.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
GCOM is now conducting a claims and objections exercise for local government elections. Persons who will be 18 years and over by February 29, 2016 and are Guyanese citizens or are citizens from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more are eligible to vote at the upcoming local government elections, providing they live in a local authority area. During this exercise, eligible persons can apply for registration as voters, change of name, and corrections. You must have the following source documents as may be necessary: original birth certificate or valid Guyana passport to apply for registration, original naturalization certificate and original birth certificate or valid passport in the case of naturalization, original passport in the case of Commonwealth citizens, original marriage certificate and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by marriage, original deed poll and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by deed poll. Any of the above documents to support applications for correction. For further information, please contact GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit the GCOM website.
Beautify your homes and businesses. Yes.
Riams, panel doors and furniture. 369 Block 1, Plantation Industry, East Coast, Demerara.
Telephone 626-8141 and 664-1109. Choose top quality arch and square panel doors and frames in various sizes and designs. Also available molding, spindles, windows, cupboards, and all types of furniture. Yes, visit us at
Riams, panel doors and furniture. 369 Block 1, Plantation Industry, East Coast, Demerara.
I can do more with GTT. Woohoo! I won $50,000!
You can win too! Top up $500 daily. Listen to 98.1 Hot FM at 13:45 hours and answer your phone.
I can do more with GTT.
To win! That's right! Top up $500 daily to win. Plus, have a chance to enter in the grand draw to win over $6 million in crazy cash. That's more cash, more fun. Have a do more Christmas with GTT.
Lots and lots of gifts for that special occasion. Choose from a wide selection of gift items from Monishwars Limited. In stock, photo frames, plaques, crystal kitchen decor, mug sets, floral arrangements, gift bags and gift paper. Monishwars Limited, the perfect place for all your gift items. 19 to 20 Water and Commerce Street, Georgetown, next to the Mahaika Car Park. Telephone 225-5420. Quality products at affordable prices.
Yeah, Skipper.
Yo, I'm done.
I hope you bring the stag there, boy.
Yeah, man. No, boy, you can't do that. Every stack crown is a winner.
That's right. Demand your crown for the Instag Win promotion and win free Stag beer, Stag t-shirts, Stag mugs, Stag caps, and the new iPhone 6.
What? iPhone 6?
Plus, collect 24 drinks Stag to win crowns for a chance to win your cruise weight in Stag. Demand your crown and win. Stag, a man's beer. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome to another edition of the Hgp Sportscast. I'm Sean Embrock. Guyana well positioned to complete a clean sweep of the international friendly basketball format series against Antigua and Barbuda. We have the details in this report. Guyana All-Star basketball team is poised to complete a series sweep at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall after beating the Antiguan All-Star team Monday night last to take a 3-0 lead in a 4-game goodwill series. Guyana trashed the visitors 83-57 to follow up on wins at the Mackenzie Sports Club Art Court in Linden and Bornham Basketball Court last weekend. The final game will be played on Wednesday night, December 2. Guard Jason Squires amassed a maximum 18 points to lead Guyana's offense. Point guard Travis Burnett supported with 16 points, while forward Akeem Kanai garnered 13 points. For the Antiguans, Kareem Mead 15 points, while Adisa Aris supported with 9 points. Karim Edwards and Dale Gore supported with 7 points each. And now we're with cricket and the West Indies. West Indies Test captain Older wants fearless Windies to confront Aussies and break their undefeated streak against the Caribbean side. Details in this CMC and ESPN report. Captain Jason Older has urged his inexperienced West Indies side to be fearless and aggressive but not reckless, as they attempt to break a near 2-decade-long streak of not having won a test down under. The 24-year-old, in only his second series as Test captain, said on Tuesday, though Australia are ranked number 2 in the world and West Indies 6th place is lower, it is important for the Caribbean side to be confident and aggressive in their approach and not to be intimidated by their opponents. At Stump on day 1, Darren Bravo's unbeaten 46 helped West Indies reach 6 for 154 after Cricket Australia 11 reduced them to 5 for 83 on the first day of the tour game in Brisbane. Only 60 overs were possible, however, due to rain interruptions. West Indies upped to bat and their opener Craig Brathwaite and Rajendra Chandrika were cautious at the start, adding 32 by the 16th over. The good work was undone when both men fell within 6 overs to seamer James Bazley. Bravo and Marlon Samuels shared a 31-run partnership for the third wicket, but Samuels' dismissal was followed by 2 more quick wickets. Jermaine Blackwood was caught off fast bowler Rayon Lee for 1 and Danish Ramdin bagged a duck, courtesy of medium pacer Simeon Malenko. Bravo kept steady at one end and inched his way to 46 off 135 deliveries with 6 fours and a 6. He shared a 6-wicket partnership of 32 with Jason Older and then added an unbeaten 39 runs with Carlos Brathwaite, the highest stand of the innings so far. Apart from Malenko and Bazley, who took 2 wickets each, Lee and leg spinner Cameron Boyce were also among the wickets. The 30-member table tennis squad of varying age groups that departed Guyana last November for 1 week and participated at the recently concluded United States Open Table Tennis Championship in Maryland, USA struck gold. The tournament was held from November 26 to 30 at the Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center in Maryland, USA.
and saw the Guyanese picked up 3 gold medals and 2 bronze. The team represented the core of Guyana's table tennis talent and the next generation of future champions, with players from 8 years to the senior level participating. The U.S. Open Team Table Tennis Championship, one of the biggest team championships in the world, embraced over 200 teams and 1,000 participating players from all over the world. GFF President concerned about Elite League's club sustainability. However, while he showers praise for the team's high level of competitiveness. Details in this report. President of the Guyana Football Federation, GFF, Wayne Ford, praised the high level of competitiveness in the just concluded Stag Elite League Genesis. Ford, however, expressed concern about the participating clubs being able to sustain themselves. Ford, prior to being elected as president of the GFF, did say he will review the league if elected.
I've made it very clear in my manifesto that I will make certain adjustments to the way the league is managed and to the way the league is operated. The kind of financial burden that the league imposes on clubs, to expect them to be able to withstand it is unrealistic. And I think the only reason why the people that formulated the league would believe that clubs like Conquerors and Pili can withstand the burden that has been placed upon them is because for many years they were not part of the football experience and they don't understand the dynamics of the environment. The model that I will definitely be instituting is that all of the clubs in the league will end up owning the league in a very, very quick time. As long as we can work out the modalities and the structures and get all the legal work done, they will own the league and the league will support those clubs. It's a practical solution.
Ford was, however, adamant that for the league to really reach its full potential, corporate Guyana will have to play a part in helping to give the players and football fans a league which Guyana deserves. Looking ahead, Ford promised a better league with just under 2 months to recommencement. The GFF president noted that there is no limit to how much the league can improve, and it's important that we give the best league possible, he noted. The Stag Elite League finale will resume next February, where the 8 participating clubs will battle each other for the overall crown. Guyana's 8 leading football referees will remain on the FIFA list for 2016 with the world governing body for the sports conveying such to the Guyana Football Federation, GFF, recently. A release from the federation stated, head of the GFF's referee department, Stanley Lancaster, had submitted the 8 names to FIFA, and after evaluation of primarily the international tournaments the group officiated this year, the Guyanese officials were kept on the illustrious list. Regarded as one of the best referees in the CONCACAF region, Sherwin Moore was listed by FIFA as the country's #1 referee. Barbician Sherwin Johnson was ranked #2 by FIFA. Venton Mars, Trevor Porter, Lenval Pert, Kevin Stevens, and Keelan Lindsay were the assistant referees. It was no surprise that the top female referee in Guyana, Maurice Skeet, was given a nod of approval by FIFA since she had officiated with distinction at several marquee Caribbean Football Union and CONCACAF women's tournament this year. Lancaster noted that his department aims to add more Guyanese to the FIFA list. And that concludes our sportscast. Now for a look at your weather.
Government has devised a high-end 6-month security plan involving the entire joint services to keep terrorism at bay and crack down on crime. The joint services says lots of boots will be on the ground. It is granted the PPPEC threatens litigation over perceived illegalities regarding the specialty hospital. MOU government says no big deal. Key players at GNNL sacked by the board, and Giftland Mall lights up its big tree to herald Christmas 2015. Those were our major headlines. For these and all the other stories covered by our news team, please visit our website. That's www.hgptv.com. I'm Handel Duncan. On behalf of the rest of the team here at our Better for Acting studios, that's on the east coast of Demerara, goodbye and do take care.